What's up, everybody? It's your best pal Nick coming to you with another unboxing video today. We've been opening a lot of the Star Wars Black Series, as I've said in the last couple videos, of course. But today we're going to open another one. But this one's kind of a callback for me. I love this because it was kind of my generation that had this one. And I was stoked to find it in a store, I would say. And I had to pick it up. I just had to. So with that being said, our next Star Wars Black Series figure that we are unboxing today is going to be none other than Jango Fett. Now, if you grew up in that time frame, if you grew up when obviously Phantom Menace came out and we had Attack of the Clones where good old Jango Fett started to showcase, it was a pretty cool thing to see another type of Mandalorian than just Boba Fett, and also seeing the connection between Jango and Boba in the movies as well. And even seeing a brutal death scene handed by Mace Windu to good old Jango Fett here. But you know what? I'm excited that I found this. I had one of these. I had a couple Jango Fett figures as a kid when they were promoting, obviously, Attack of the Clones. I really loved Jango Fett. I always thought he was cool. I am a Polynesian based person, ethnicity-wise as well. May not look it, but I definitely got my ethnicity for Polynesian side. I'm Hawaiian. And the actor who took on Jango Fett, going forward, and also, playing, in other installments as clones, was Temuera Morrison. And I just thought it was really cool to know that we had somebody kind of representing us in some way, shape, or form. He is from New Zealand, of course, but that's why I say Polynesian culture, and an actor from Polynesia that got to represent us. So it was really, really cool on that. And obviously we got to see him back as Boba Fett later down the line in the Mandalorian series. So I thought that was really cool as well, and obviously giving him his own show, which, by the way, we need another season just to do him justice. We cannot do Boba Fett dirty like that. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. We will talk about that in another video. But right now, let's open up Jango Fett. Let's read the blurb on the back here. A proficient marksman and an unarmed combatant, Jango Fett was regarded as the best bounty hunter in the galaxy in the final years of the Republic, which is definitely true. If you didn't play the game Bounty Hunter back on the day on PS2, you're missing out. And there was such a cool story. I really wish things like that is what Lucasfilms and Disney would come to grips on, in either doing a show or at least doing a cool side movie. Like they do Tales of the Jedi, they do Tales of the Underworld, they do Tales of this, Tales of the Sith, things like that. They should do these animated movies and take these cool properties that they have and make them into something. They're fan service, of course, but at the same time, you can make them canon and bring some really cool characters to life. I feel the same way about the Unleashed series, as well. So that with, I believe it's Starkiller. Sorry, that's the one I was thinking of. I think it's Galen Merrick. It would be super cool to see that, So, anywho, I could rant on for days on that, but let's open up Jango over here and get that rolling and seeing all the cool bells and whistles that he comes with as well. Sweet, I'm excited for this. All right. Got them all set up here. Now, I will say this is a pretty cool figure nonetheless. This is obviously Jango Fett. You can see it from a distance. First and foremost, I love that they made his helmet super glistening and super shiny. I think that part is a really cool factor. He came with two pistols, or two guns, or blasters. Now, this one, I love it because these are his gunslinger. He's definitely a gunslinger for back in the day, of course. So I always love that about Jango as a character. Obviously, Jango is the main piece of the pie when it comes to all these clones and clone armies. He was the main guy to give off that, professional marksmanship and to give into that DNA to allow the cloners to clone him and to clone him, an altered kid for himself that we know today as Boba Fett. So really, really cool on that. His little missile tracker does work on his helmet, so you can do that for his helmet. Obviously, helmet is removable. I will pull that off real quick if it lets me. Now, I will say this. It was giving me a little bit of a hard time here, but we do have that neck thing that Hasbro's been doing. So it's his whole neck is attached as a piece, and then he also has a way to turn his head. So one thing that's kind of interesting for me, I've never really liked that about these Hasbro figures. I have noticed that they've done that for the Deadpool Wolverine, one of the Deadpool Wolverine figures. It's not necessarily like a bad thing either. It's just a preference thing. I'm just like, I don't know why you have to have like a different neck joint for your head. You know, maybe if you like, I just don't get it. It's like, cool, let me put my neck this way, but also turn my head that way. It just looks interesting to me. But that's just a preference thing on my end. You guys can tell me in the comments the reasoning why if you'd like. But all in all, this is a really cool figure. It's a callback figure for me, kind of nostalgic. I had two, like I said, I had two Jango Fett figures when I was growing up. Had it with my Geonosis collection when I was a kid. I had one where he had his flames to shoot out, and if we all know, of course, how he got decapitated by Mace Windu. There was one with like a magnet piece of his head, so if you wanted to fight with Mace Windu, you can knock off his head like he was in the movie, you know. So, but this is super cool. I love this. I feel nostalgic. I feel like a kid again with this one. But what do you guys think? If you see Jango Fett on the shelves, are you gonna pass on him? Or are you gonna say nope? Sorry, not my vibe. Nick's vibe, not my vibe. Let me know in the comments. Follow, like, subscribe, and we got more figures to open. So until next time, peace.